Okay, everyone. We're gonna working on. We're going to work on a new application, but before going to do programming, there is a big important part to do is planning. Remember, when you can't straight go and writing the program. Before you're writing the program, you have to understand how many events you have, how many result or user experience, what possibly error can be happen. So all those things is you have to plan. All those things you have to plan first. And then later you can start writing the code. So before going to explain the planning of calculator program, I want you to give me a last chance to ask me any questions about what we talked before the break. So you understand this ternary operator, don't you? So yeah, you have question, please?
Yeah, sorry. What's the operator of the two vertical lines do again? It's the comparison.
So the operator we talked three different kinds of operator. One is AND operator, OR operator, and ternary operator.
Okay.
So AND operator was, I talked about it. If there will be two statements before and after. So in the left hand side and right hand side, there will be two statements for the AND operator.
Okay.
And if both statement is true, then AND operator give you true result. If any one side of the statement is false, then AND operator give you the false result. If both sides is false, then it will give you the false result. That was the AND operator. OR operator is, there will be similar. You have two statements on the left. There will be one statement on the left hand side and another statement in the right hand side. What OR operator do, it will give you the true result if one side of the statement will be true. So either one side of the statement will be true, then it will give you the true result. Only if both sides is false, then it will give you the false result, or the OR operator, which is, the symbol was this. So this was the OR operator symbol. And the last operator we talked about, ternary operator. Ternary operator is like they use these two symbols. That was we talked about. Ternary operator, what it does, it assigns a value into a variable depending on a condition. So all the way left hand side, you have a condition written. If that condition is true, then the second part will be assigned. This part will be assigned. But if this condition is false, then the third part will be assigned. You got the idea?
And what happens to the second, like for example, let's say if it's false and then the third part is assigned, and what happens to the second part? What kind of value you will get?
They will not look at it. The program will not look at here.
Okay.
Just skip that part. Yeah.
Is that logical?
These are conditional operator. And also is a conditional operator. Oh no, yeah, these all are conditional operator. Sorry, I made a mistake. Conditional operator is a ternary operator, is the conditional operator, and is the logical operator, and these are the arithmetic operator. Okay? And, or, not, or, there are a lot of different operators I didn't talk, but we will eventually go to that. But we will use a lot AND operator, OR operator, ternary operator, and arithmetic operator. Equal is assigned. Equal is also comparison operator or logical operator, you can say. Logical and comparison is the same. Okay. So if you have a PDF there, you can see all the list, and then you can ask me question if you have anything else to learn. But now I'm going to explain you how we gonna write the program for the calculator. And for writing that calculator program, please be focused and keep in touch with me, but because that would be really fast, progressive writing. So you have to be more focused. It would be easy, nice, but we have to do a lot of work for that. So our calculator program, what we need actually is, there are a few steps I written down somewhere. What did I write? So our calculator will use only two values. First condition, our calculator will use only two values. The calculator we're not going to build, which will use a lot of values together. So our calculator will use only two values, left hand side and right hand side. We'll use only two values, not very complicated. Second is, we'll use only one operator. Our calculator will use only one operator at a time. We can't use multiple operators at the same time. We can't. Because for developing that kind of calculator, you need to know object-oriented programming. Eventually, we will get to that point. But today, we will use only one operator per calculation. Okay? So we cannot do like plus, minus, and divide it together and get a result. We can't expect that.
It's not possible on C#.
Of course possible, of course, but it's because of the level of your knowledge, And then 3, we will have a LCD, LCD, monitor LCD. LCD will display the numbers and operators and results. So LCD display what? Numbers, operators, and result. Okay, that will so when you clicking on the number 1, number 2 button, so our calculator will look like this. We have a calculator here, and then we will have a display, and then we have like different button, like a calculator. So in that button, we will have number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or I don't know, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And those numbers, when we click, it will display. Like we click 2 times, it will click 11. Okay? So it will display the number, and there will be operator plus, minus, divided. If you click that, it will also click the show the operator in the display, and then you will click again the number, and it will give you another number, and there will be a button called equal result button. You click on the result button, it will remove all of them and only show the result. Okay? It's very fine when I will do programming. If you have some issues, it's very common. Okay? Don't worry, I will help you. Now, third condition is done. So that's all actually. Third and fourth is that's our requirement. So what's the problem? What is the problem building this application? We have to identify the problems. So building such an application has different problems. Suppose there are a lot of different buttons here. There are a lot of different buttons. Think about it. The first problem is when you're clicking. The first problem is storing and separating this value. How we separate this value? Because we have to have two values to calculate. So we have to do like this: is storing two values into two variables. Okay. So what we have to do for solution? we'll talk about the problem later. Okay, let's talk about solution. So step number one, we have to design the form. Okay, design the form. Step number two, display the number display the number and operator. Number two, we'll do like this, step by step we will work. Number three is store first. Yes, you are. Store first is number. It will be late a little bit, 10-15 minutes today. Is that okay for you guys all? Because I'm thinking it will be a little bit late today. Is that okay for everyone? Okay. So, store first number in a variable. So we say first number is string. Remember this, not a number, it is string. Because whatever we're writing in the input box, it's always a string. It's not a number. So I said first number is string in a variable. Okay. Third, and then store operator symbol. In a variable. So operator means when you're clicking on divided, multiply, plus, you have to store that information in somewhere, so we can use that information later when you finish typing the second number, and then we use that operator to make calculation. Remember, I have one question. When we storing, what would be the type? Always string. Always string. So whatever is doing in the phone and what data you is sending into the program is always string type. Remember that, okay? Now, step number 5 is store second, S-E-C-O-N-D, second number string in a variable. And then number 6 is converting string number to integer. Integer. And then number 7, step number 7, execute arithmetic calculation based on the operator we clicked. Execute arithmetic calculation based on the operator we clicked. So that's the number 7, and number 8 is display the result. So this is the 8 steps programming we're gonna do. We're gonna do the programming in different 8 stages. We will design the form first. Then after designing the form, we will able to display the number and operator when clicking that button. Okay? So we're clicking that button, it will display it like this. And then third number is storing the first number, because we have 2 values. The first value as a string we have to store. Step number 4, store the operator symbol. So after writing the first number, we clicked on the operator. We have to store that. And then step number 5, store second number string in a variable. So we write the second number and then we have to store it. And number 6 step is converting those string number into integer, because string cannot be calculated using operator. Remember, string cannot be arithmetically calculated. So you cannot do like this, a multiplied b is equal to something. No. A is a string, b is a string, but you can calculate integer or number form. And then after converting the number to the integer, execute arithmetic calculation based on the operator we clicked. If we clicked, so there will be a conditional things. If we clicked plus, it will give you the plus result. If you clicked divided, it will give you divided result. The programming is very easy, but understanding the concept is difficult. Program will be, it's like, it's nothing, you know. Very easy. You have to do some more, but easy. But understanding the concept is important. And then displaying the result. For you, maybe it will be a little bit difficult because you are first in the class. But I hope everyone will be fine, and I will help you guys who can't do that. Don't worry. And once you execute the calculation, you should display the result here. So you understand these steps. So can you tell me what is the problem for doing this? Anyone? So how can you, my question, how can you, the display number operator, I think you can do it because you already do that program before, how you display information into a label. The way you display the information in a label, we will do the same thing for displaying information in a text box. Same. But problem is storing first number string in a variable, because how program know this is first number and this is second number? Because we will eventually click, and program need to know, okay, first number click is done. Now we have to understand, okay, second number is started. You understand the problem? So first problem is we have to write a logic in the program that program can understand, okay, this is the first number and this is the second number. He can recognize, but you just click. So how can you recognize? So when you click on operator, in that moment, program understands, oh, first number is done, isn't it? So if you click operator like plus, you click like 7, 8, something, and then you click on the any operator, now program understands, oh, first number typing is finished. Now he's gonna start typing the second number. We have a clue there. So the problem is solved. Second problem is storing. So program now understands, okay, this is the first number. It's storing the data. So how we store the data? That's another complicated part. Because you clicking, you don't have any button to store. So while you are clicking, program should recognize somehow and store that data. So is that feeling complicated for you guys? Is that feeling complicated? It will be easy when you do. Okay, we'll not talk anymore. We'll do and we'll see.
I think another problem might be whatever the plus or minus, converting back to the plus or minus as well.
Definitely, that's another big problem. But I haven't told because maybe you feel like complicated, that's why. Yeah, we can't use a string because when you're storing this operator symbol in a variable, that is actually string, remember. A string cannot be an operator, but we will have to solve that eventually. Let's do it and we'll solve it. Okay? Let's step by step we'll follow. So first step, can anyone tell me what is the first step, please? Design the form. Let's do the design. Go to File, New. Please go with me. File, New, Project. Click on a form project. Windows application, Windows form application. And write the name of application is calculator. Please write the name I am writing because that would be easier for you. Do not write the other name, then it would be difficult for you if somewhere you made a mistake, okay? I'm going slowly, don't worry. Calculator. So once we get the phone into the screen, you can make it a little bit bigger, clicking and dragging the size symbol on the corner. And then first rules, I told you guys that you have to name whatever you put there. So we're gonna name this phone. In the properties, we have a name, we name it calculator, okay? Form calculator. The naming convention here is FRM CALCULATUR, calculator, FRM calculator. And then there will be a text here, change the text to calculator. So we change the name and form text. Now we're done. Now we're gonna start adding our controls. We add text control first. So text control is text box, okay? So you drag and drop text box here, do with me, and make it bigger like full screen, okay? I mean like this. Once you added the text box into the phone, you have to write the name, remember. So I'm writing the text box name is TXTLCD, TXTLCD, okay?
So it is labeled there.
Sorry?
It is labeled from there.
No, this is a text box, not label, text box. Huh? And once you name the text box, text TXTLCD, then I recommend you to increase the font size, because this input display looks very thinner, very smaller in height. So we will increase height of this text box, increasing font size. So if you go to the properties window, you can see on the top there is a option called font, and you expand that font, and you see there is an option called size to make it 12 size. Once you make it 12 size, text box is TXT, then LCD, TXT LCD, capital LCD, TXT LCD, okay? Remember, TXT LCD. So this name will be TXT LCD, okay? And all this button name will be like this: BTN1, BTN2, something. We will name it, okay? Later. Do it with me, please. So we have now text box. Now we need button. So let's do it with me. Whatever I do, follow me, please. Right button and drag and drop one button. And make it smaller. Please follow with me. Make it smaller. And make a height a little bit bigger. Little bit. Now what we're going to do is we will copy, select, after selecting, clicking on the button, we copy it. So Control C, so it's copy. Everyone with me? And Control V 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Everyone with me? Okay, awesome. Now once we have this button, we just drag this button, and you can see there is a line, blue line, and if you putting a little bit upper, you can see a line between the button. That means you are in the right position. You see that? I'm doing again, clicking and dragging the button, and you can see two blue lines left and right, and you move this button on the little bit top, you can see there is a blue line between the button, mean you are in the right position. I'm doing the same for this 5 button, okay? So once we're done, everyone did it? Anyone couldn't able to do that? Don't delete label, don't delete name, don't do anything. Just follow along with me would be better, That would be quicker and faster for now. we will do renaming and retexting later, because we have a lot of button. We can't do one by one because it will consume a lot of time. Okay, so what we do is we just put one button, resize it, and copy paste and position them. Once we position them all, we select all of them. Please selecting all of them. How can you select all? You mouse drag from the top and come down, and then you cover all the button. I mean, you come left, and then once you can see there is a box draw around all the button. You now selected. So how again I'm showing you. Clicking on the top on the empty space and coming down first and go left. So you see a box around, then you can see all the button is selected. Okay, all the button is selected. You copy Control C and V, then you will get everything copy pasted. Okay, now you see, while it is selected, you just move it. So you can move it all together, and you can move it like there is a magenta color line that telling you are in the right vertical position, and there is a blue line between the button saying you are horizontally in the right position. Okay, so you're placing the button, and you select them again. You can select them again, and then you can make it a little bit bigger for good looking. Just hold this button while it is all selected, then you can just move it a little bit right. You can make it bigger, and then while it is selected, you can copy again and paste again and move it like this. And one more time, you selected all of them, you copy and you paste. So we need actually 4 columns, okay? And the last one, I'm a little bit making it a little bigger, just for fun. All of you are with me? You can make it a little bigger, the font size bigger. Okay, beautiful, good. How about this side? Oh, everyone is doing very well. Awesome. Great. How about you? Looks good. Bigger. So you select that, you can go to the font size, click on the font, and you can increase the font size. Well. Oh, great. Congrats. Awesome. Doing well. Nice. Okay, good. Very good. Now we can start now renaming them, okay? One by one. Okay, I give you a good way to renaming, because what happened, the property window is very long. You can't rename the text and label name same time. What happened, you have to drag up and drop down, drag up, and you can just up and down takes a lot of time. So there is a good way to renaming the name and renaming the text. I'll show you how. Click the button from the top left hand corner, and what you see in the properties window, do you see text here? Answer me, who doesn't see text? Everyone see text in the property window? So now you just change the text to something like called CE. So it changed the text, okay? Now you click on the second button and you can see same place text is again. You started changing from the bottom. Please change the value from the bottom left corner, not from the up left, bottom left, okay? So we change the top left corner button to CE. That's good, that's okay. Now we starting changing the text from left bottom corner button. So we selected that button and we change this to ++, okay? And then after the another button, click on that and you can see immediately text is there. So we're gonna change the text first. we're not gonna change the name because we have to up and down, gonna take a lot of time. We just eventually do it slowly. So we change it to 0 and then click the another button and change the text to dot and click the right hand side button, change it to equal and do the same on the again come to the left, you put it this one 1. So see, this is how quick this is, and then second is 2 and third is 3, something like that, you know, and next one is 4 and next one is 5 and next one is 6 and the next one is 7 and 8. I mean, just when we're putting the number, you know, and then we will change the operator as well, and 9. Okay, now we change the operator. First one will be plus, okay, and the second one will be minus. I mean, from the right hand side, bottom to top I'm talking about, and then next one will be asterisk, which will be representing the multiplication, and then last one will be the sorry, not last one, I mean the last operator will be divider, and this one we will name it called BS. We don't have to worry about now because we will do this button functionality in future, and this one, the button I have selected will be clear button, a button for clearing. So what this button clear do, once you finish the calculation, you have to start a new, you should click this button to start a new calculation, okay? Everyone okay with this? Now once you finished relabeling, I mean changing the text, now we're going to start changing the name. So we start from plus plus, click on the plus plus button, and in your property window, slowly go down, and you can see there is a name here, and change the name BTN plus, okay, plus increment. You can name it increment button increment, okay, and the change name of the next button is, see, you can see the same position, the button name BTN 0, just 0, and then the next one is BTN dot dot, and click on the next one and name it BTN result, and click on number 1 and name it BTN 1, click on number 2 button and BTN 2, click on number 3 button and name it BTN 3, click on number 4 button, name it BTN 4. You guys with me? Everyone? Okay, good, very good. You are doing very well. BTN 5, BTN 6, and BTN, we just changing the number first, okay? Just change the number. BTN 7. Please, while you writing the name, careful, because if you if you just not properly writing the name, it will be very difficult to write program. You will have a lot of error. BTN 9. Now once the button number is been written, we're gonna start writing on operator. So plus operator will be button plus, plus plus, and then minus symbol will be button minus. Please do the right spelling, carefully name them. You know, if you don't write them properly, you can't, your program will actually crash. Button multiply, multiply, use the name as I used, and then button divider or something, button divider, divider, okay, that's all. And then we have a button called clear. We're not gonna write any name for button CE or BS. We will do that in future, okay? Leave that to button CE and BS. we're gonna write the name of the clear button. Name would be btn button clear. Okay. So everyone finished writing? Who didn't? How many? Okay. I'm waiting for you guys.
So on that BTN plus plus, we have to write BTN plus plus words.
BTN, no, increment. I named it increment. Okay. Please name it increment. So it would be same to me. Everyone okay?
For decimal?
What is decimal? No, we name it actually btn dot, D-O-T. btn dot. Name is very important. Okay, now, no, you take size, let's take some time. Awesome. Great, looks good. Okay, now, we're gonna start writing the program. Step one, who tell me? My writing is very bad, but I think you can understand. Number one is design code. We did it, okay? We make a tick mark, our checklist. This is done. Step number two, display number and operators. Second step, we're gonna display number and operators. So let's do that. We're gonna use only number one and number two plus these three button now. Then I will show you how to do others. Okay. So we will use number one, number two, and equal button and plus. So equal button is for result, and we will use for now only plus button. Okay. Then we will extend the code writing. Clear? Now please click on number one button. Double click, yeah. So you can see in your code view, you have a event handler named bt1 underscore click, okay? So what we need to do, can anyone tell me now? So step number two, display the number. So when you click on that button, you should take that value and show into the LCD. That's what you need to do, yeah? So what is our LCD name? TXT LCD. So write down that TXT LCD dot text is equal to this button, BT1 button 1 dot text. That's it. So what you're saying, okay, click on this button, show this button value into the display. That's it. Let's try it, run it. Run it and see if it works. If you click 1, you can see the 1 is being added to the display. You can see. Everyone see that? It's not one. Yeah, it's 1 is there. Oh, that's mine. Sorry. Oh, okay. You haven't able to run. So okay, no, it's fine. So if text LCD, you have to check always the name, please. So you click on this and see what the name you put it there. Text LCD also, so that will be fine. Now if you more, so if you go to, sorry, I'm taking keyboard for quick calculator, okay? Okay, so now I'm going to, it's okay, that's fine, TXT. See, you just follow me, that's fine, yeah? Oh, yeah, awesome. Yeah, tell me. Okay, I will. So it's not TXT, text, isn't it? The name. You check the name, please, for this box. Yeah. If you go to the design and click on this one, and see what name you put it there. So you go down. So it's a TXT LCD, isn't it? So you have to go like that. And you can see my code is here. Hello, if you see that, okay? Awesome. Sorry, I just covered my code with my calculator. That's why somebody couldn't see that. Oh, yeah. So you can see the number 1, but if I wanted to write 11, can you write that?
No.
Try. Can you write that? So we have a problem. We can only see only 1, but we can't see 11, okay? Now, I'm going to teach you some new stuff a little bit now. So if it is integer, come to the board, look at the board please. Integer x is equal to 2, integer y is equal to 3, eh? So if I say x plus y, equal how much? Anyone please? 5. Now, my question is, so this is a arithmetic operator. Plus symbol is a arithmetic and an arithmetic operator now. But plus symbol can be a concatenating operator as well. You know concatenating? Concatenating means you can join together, not calculation. It's called joining. Okay? So think about it. string string A is equal to Australia is a string, and string B is equal to Sydney, you know, SYDNEY, Sydney. Now, if you say like A plus B, what will be the result? Australia, Sydney. You understand this? Okay? Now, we will use this concept for solving this problem. So what we're going to do, we're going to use plus symbol to concatenate. So what happens if I say like this? A plus equal B. What will happen? Same thing. A plus equal B means same thing. So it will just concatenate with existing value. Okay? Is there any question about these issues? We good?
So if you to use a plus to concatenate two values that only work with it has to be
string, yes, absolutely. Now let's do that. So if we just put a plus symbol in the event handler, we can see text lcd.text equal, and if we just put a plus equal, that will solve our issue. Just run it again, please. Put a plus symbol and run the program. And you can see, now you can see the value. They are working nice, fine. Is that okay? Now you do the same thing for button 2. Please go to the form, double click on the button 2, and you can copy the code. You can copy the code number, line number 22 or whatever line number you have, and you can paste it inside. You can copy and paste code inside the curly bracket, okay? You cannot allow to copy paste outside the curly bracket. But when you copy paste, remember, you have a button 1 here, it should be button 2 because you are working with button 2 now. Everyone understand? No. Okay, so what we're saying here, when you clicking button 2, display the value button2.text, that's it. So we are not in the button 1 now, we are in the button 2, remember? So that's why we're saying use button 2. Now if you run the program again, then you can click on 2 and 1, you can see nicely working. Is that right? Everyone in that same position where am I now? Awesome. So now we have implemented 1 and 2, and step number 2 is saying display the numbers. We successfully able to display the numbers, but we haven't displayed the operators. So do the same thing for the operators. But operators, just click on plus button, double click, and just copy paste the code what we have. But you can write it down. Writing is better. And then you can write rename the button 2 to button plus. That's it. Once you write down button plus.text, you can now go and run the program, and you can see I can write down 12 plus 221. See, you can see that. Just 1 and 2 will work for now. We will work on another button later. Don't worry about this other button. Number 2 is okay. So we finished step number 2, display numbers and operators. Step number 3, store the first number string in a variable. That is really tricky part. So we have to tell program that okay, this is first number. You are allowed to store this value until this value is first. So what we're gonna say in the program that okay, storing value in a variable until we click the operator. Okay. Now we double clicking on button 1. Please double click on the button 1 again. And in the button 1, you can see the button 1 click event handler. Button 1, there are 3 click event handler now. Button 1 click event handler, button 2 click event handler, and button plus click event handler. So we are in the button 1 click event handler now. Now what I'm gonna do here, I'm not gonna write any code in here. I'm gonna write a code outside the button 1 click event handler. Can you see my monitor? Everyone, can you see my monitor? Is there anyone can't see my monitor? Okay, everyone see my monitor. Okay. Now here I'm gonna declare initialize a variable, not assign. I told you we can declare and assign variable at the same time, or we can initialize and assign value later. So what we're going to do now here is initialize 4 variable. How many variable? 4 variable, because we need to store string number 1, number 2, first number value and second number value, and storing a operator, and we have to store a result as well. So we need to declare 4 variable. Let me declare this variable. Str string first number string equal to null. I'm sorry, we have to initialize as well with a null value.
Where is this? Sorry, I was very slow there.
So outside, anywhere, out on the top. Yeah, awesome. No, I'm not initialize. I'm assigning a value as well. Sorry, I'm assigning a value as a null value. What is null? I will explain. Null is like a nothing, but it's still a value, but it's not doing anything with user interface. But if you put a null value, then we can actually tell program some conditional logic when to store first string, when to store last string, okay, second string, okay? So we will use that null value for identifying or storing procedure. We can create a program for storing procedure. We can differentiate when the number will be stored in the first variable string and when the number will be start storing in the second variable string. So use that. Don't worry if you feel a little bit complex. Don't worry, it will be fine. The second variable is second number string is equal to null, and third is operator symbol is equal to null, and fourth is an integer. Remember, fourth is an integer. Please do along with me. If you can't do, it will be lost. Okay. So result, third variable is result is equal to 0. We assign an initial value 0 in the result.
For those 3 strings, you get the same result if you, instead of doing equal null, you did equal into double quotations.
No, it's a different. Null is completely different. It's a programmable value. It's nothing to do with empty string or anything else in it. because in C# it is very strict, but in JavaScript or other program, empty string and null is same, other programming language, but in C# it is strictly different. Okay. So we created our variable. Now we're gonna start storing. Let me write some logic in the button one click event handler. So please go inside the button one click event handler and then write like this. First first number string plus equal. I'm saying just concatenate any value into the first number string when we have to put a condition here. We have to put a condition like this: OPERAT, operator symbol is equal null. I'm saying that this is the first condition I'm putting here. If the operating symbol is null, mean we are not started yet to write second number. You know what I mean? So we're saying the operator symbol is null, mean we haven't clicked on operator symbol yet. So we haven't clicked on operating symbol yet. It means the operating symbol is null. Now you can put the question mark, and when it is null, we say return the value of btn1.text. That's it. That's all we have to do. And then colon, if the operating symbol is null, not null, if you clicked the operating symbol, that means operating symbol variable stored that value and then it is not null. In that case, what we have to do? We have to just return the value already been stored. I'm sorry, we can't use the plus equal. We can't use the plus equal here. We have to use plus equal actually here. Sorry, I made a mistake. First number string plus equal. So we have to put plus equal in the middle, okay? And then we have to, let me write it down. Okay. So do you understand this line of code? Anyone can explain? Anyone can explain, please? Can you explain?
So it's first thing.
Everyone, please, if you little bit concentrate what he says.
So first, where it says operator symbol equals null, it's or equals null. It's checking to see if we have already clicked the operator symbol button yet. If we have pressed that button, then it ignores. Sorry, if we have pressed that button first, then what it's going to do is it's going to set the first number string and it's going to add the button text.
Yes, adding.
Yeah,
Yeah,
add
awesome.
on to it. And then if we have already pressed that, it's going to return the first number string as it was already.
So it's not changing anything. Understand that? It's a nice logical operation here. Huh? We did a very complex operation, but with a simple one line of code. Huh? Can anyone have any question? You have to understand this line. This is very important line. We have to do this again and again and again. That's it. Copy paste, copy paste, copy paste.
Operator symbol, is that, have we declared that somewhere?
No, not yet. I'm going to do it. We declared on the top. You see the variable we declared on the top? Yeah. We declared, but we haven't assigned any value. It's a null value there. Now, we finished storing the value while we're clicking only button 1. Remember that. We have written down the code. So, only the value will be stored when we're clicking button 1. So, we have to do the same thing in the button 2 as well. But, so we have to just copy this line please, along with me. And go to the button click event 2 and paste it below the first line, the line you have added before. Now, here you have to change the button 1 to button 2. That's all you have to do. That's it. So once you did that, now we have to work on button plus click event handler as well. So when someone clicking on button plus, so we have a third event handler. What is the name? Button plus click. Button plus underscore click. So when someone clicking on button plus, what program supposed to do? Can you tell me please? Absolutely. He has to store that symbol into the symbol operator variable. Isn't it? So we're going to do the same thing here. So what we're going to do is we're going to say like this. Symbol operator symbol is equal to operator symbol is equal to btn plus dot text. So that's it. So what we did, when you clicking the plus button, you basically storing the value, text value of the button, plus symbol, which is plus, is storing that into the operator symbol. It's not concatenating, it's just assigning. So every time you click different symbol, it will change the value. You understand this line of code? Anyone don't? Cool. Now, we store the value. So step number 3 is stored first number in the string in a variable. How do you understand it is stored? How do you understand the program is work? So we're going to see a little bit different things today. We call it debugging. So let's debug the program. So how you debug? You go to the button, one click event handler, line number, and before the line number, you can see there is a little bit gray color bar. You click on that, and that will give you a red circle symbol. Can you do that, please?
Yeah.
If you can do that, now you start the program, please. Start the program. It's very simple. So once you start the program and then click on one button, click on number one button, it will take you to the code. You see the breakpoint hit there. You can see the color is there. And now you can check actually value. You can check the value. See, button 1.text has a value 1. You see that? If you mouse hover on the button 1.text, if you mouse hover there, you can see there is a value 1. Can everyone see that? Anyone can't? Yeah? Debugging doesn't work? So if you this is the gray color. If you click on this gray color, you can get the red color. And then you start. Okay, so you have a object in both of these comments. Okay. So you have arrows already in your program. What do we have? So when it's never running program, it's never.
No, it's
Okay, so it's save and you open it, you can what? Oh, you didn't save the program, did you? Okay, fine. Let's close it. So debugging we will say later, okay? Yes, it is not breaked. Eh? So if you see here, click and mouse over here, mouse over the text, you can see there is a value 1. We will see how the 1 will be stored in this variable. We'll see that. Now everyone is there where I was. So now you can see in the let me finish this part. In the toolbar there is an icon at the middle name a step over. Can you see that? While you're running in debugging mode, you can see there is a button in the toolbar, a curve arrow button, and then you can mouse over and its name is step over. If you click that, it will basically take you to the next line. And then you can check it is null. If you mouse over that value, mouse over on that variable, you can see the value is null. And then you click again step over, and now you mouse over, you can see the value is stored, is 1. Can you see that? We have to do one more time. And you can mouse over on that first number. You can see the number. You see that? So that's how you exclude that value is stored, okay? Fine. Now, we successfully able to store the value. Let's finish this. Continue. Click continue, it finish. Now, stop the debugger. You can close the phone and it's stopping the debugger. So, our checklist, number 2, number 3 is done. Number 4, now store operator symbol in a variable. We have to store the symbol now in a variable. So if we go to the, so we already stored that as well, because we can see the button class is stored. If you debugger, check the debugger, it is also done. Because in the button class event handler, we added that code, remember. The code is operator symbol is equal to button class dot text. That means while you clicking on that button, it will store that value into the symbol operator. Now, number 5, store the second number string in a variable. Okay. Now, can you please go to the button one-click event handler and create a third line below the first number string. And below the first number string, we're gonna assign second number string is equal to. So we're gonna do the opposite now. Operator symbol is not equal to null. So this is a new operator. It's called not equal to. Sorry, we didn't introduce that. So this is called not equal to. So what is not equal to mean? Not equal to mean is not equal. So it's the opposite of equal. Remember, it's the opposite of equal. So if it is not equal, give you a true result. So what does it mean? If you say like this, x is not equal to y. So what does it give you? True or false? True. That's it. So it's a logical operator. So it gives you a true result. Okay. So now if you say, suppose integer z is equal to 3. Now if you say x is not equal to z, is it true or false? So z is 3. Oh, sorry, I have to put 1. So what does this give you? False, isn't it? Because z and y is same value. So it is a not correct statement, correct condition. So we're going to use that operator called not equal to. So I'm saying if operator symbol not equal to null, mean we already clicked on the operator. We already clicked on the operator. So when we already clicked on the symbol operator, what we supposed to do? We should start storing the value. Yeah, please.
Yeah, what is the symbol for does not equal?
Not equal, the opposite.
No, I
Equal.
understand. I just don't know what character it is.
Oh, sorry. It's actually
Exclamation mark.
Okay, thank you. You can tell the story.
So when it is not null, meaning you already clicked, we have to store the data. So what we do, button one.text and we don't have to do it. Sorry, just have to write second string number plus equal to button one.text. So that's what we're doing. So we're storing the value. So it is clicked, but if it is null, mean it is not clicked, so we're returning a sequence string value. The same thing we're doing, just opposite condition. You guys have any question? If not, we're gonna forward. So copy this and paste this to the second button 2, and then change the value of button 1 to 2. So it will allow to store program the second number string in the second number string variable depending on a condition. See, we we actually give good instruction to the program. Now, our step number 5 is done. Number 6 is converting string number to integer. So when we need to convert?
Where did you copy paste that one?
The last one I copy from button 1 click event handler to button 2 click event handler below the line, you know.
Ah,
So it's a button 2 event handler, remember? Not the button 1, button 2. Yeah, awesome, that's it. Now, when we need to convert this into number, not plus, when we click on result button, equal button, because when we need to calculate it. So please go to the form design view and double click on equal button. So now we have a new event handler named button result underscore click. Whenever you click on the result button, then this event handler will call and execute the program, execute the code. Now in this code we need to convert because we need to calculate now. Before calculating we need to convert and store in integer value, okay? Now what we do, we create a new value called integer first number, okay? So we creating a variable and assigning a value called my first first number string. See, this program is now complaining. Why complaining? Can anyone tell me, please, from this side? Why it is complaining? We used as a string. Yeah, this is the variable type string. String cannot be assigned to an integer value. So what is the solution? Can anyone tell from this side?
Parse.
Now, parse is, of course, parse. Yeah, all right. Of course.
Why I have the button 11 instead of button result? The name.
Button 11.
Yeah, I get, but here if I click, I get.
You click on the plus button and you get 11, isn't it?
The here button 11, but I have.
Can you please take it out?
Here I have.
Down, please. So you haven't renamed it. If you go to the from design again, in equal to design. You want to do it before. Okay. So you have to think before you name it. Yes, it's fine. So what if we do small? If you just like. Okay.
What did you say?
So you complain, you see that? You complain. That's what I want to show you. But okay, let me solve this. Not LCD test. This happens to be a new variable. You see that? It's just a new variable integer first number. So why it is complaining we know, and how it is solved we use integer dot parse. So int dot parse parse, and then you bracket it and you can see like this. So you have to do like this. Can you do that? Everyone can do that, please. So you declare a variable, name is a first number, and you converting the string first number to the integer number variable. Now we do the same thing again for the second number. SCCOND second number is equal to int dot parse, and then we do like second string number, and then we close that. Okay. Now once we convert, now we are allowed to calculate. But the point is, how computer know we clicked on a plus button? Okay. So we clicked on a plus button. Now we have to tell program conditionally that if what kind of operator we clicked, based on that he gonna calculate. Okay. Now we're gonna do like this. Result is, we have a result variable. Remember, we result variable declare all the way on the top. We declared the result as an integer, as initial value was 0. So we now using that variable here, saying, okay, operator symbol, if the operator symbol is equal, and I put it like plus. So that means the operator symbol is plus now. If the operator symbol is plus, then do the plus addition mathematics, like, you know. So first number plus second number. But if not the plus, what we wanted to do, we just return the result, 0, you know. The 0 is the initial value. That's it, that's all we need to do. So we basically saying not do anything. So this line of code, I am explaining again. First we use the result variable. Initially that variable value is 0. And I'm saying if the operator symbol, because already we stored the operator symbol, if the operator symbol is equal plus, then do the mathematics. If not plus, so just return the result, do nothing. That's what I'm saying here. Now we done our programming, and what we have to do is we check it. Just run the program, and then we click on 1, 2 or something, and click on the plus button, and click on something, and click on equal button, but it's not showing anything. Why it's not showing anything? Because we haven't done anything. Let's do that. So close the program, and then come back after the result and say this. Okay, lc text txt text dot lcd here is not plus equal, is equal. So what we had before, we just omitted that and assign a completely new value called result. So result is not, we cannot assign the result. See, it's complaining. So if we write down txt lcd, oh, I have missed anything. I have txt lcd dot text. So if I say like txt lcd dot text is equal to result, it's complaining. Why? Can anyone tell me? Integer. Yeah, I told you input and output always should be string. Okay. So how can we convert integer to string? But there is a new way to do that. So if we say string is equal, and sorry, not string, integer is equal to 3, and if we wanted to convert it to the string, then we do like this. We do like this. String in is equal to z dot toString. This is a little bit different way. Okay? So you just call the variable, and that variable has a method to convert its value to the string. So let's do that. Result dot toString, and put the bracket and put the braces here. Now we can actually see the result. Run the program again, please, and then we do 11 plus this, and then result. You can see the result here. So you can't do this same again because you have to clear the program. So you can only calculate once now. Remember that. We can calculate once. You cannot calculate multiple times. Okay, so you put okay, I know what to do. And then if you go to the code, you can change the button name. If you go to the button 1, the button name is button 1 with text. And button 2 with text. And then What is your problem? Yeah, so what we have to do is just go down. This is the result is given. So the bottom, this is your, which button is this one? I put it in the name, please. The one here. This one, it's not a button header, it's a radar header. Okay, because we are putting that value into the radar bin. And then we have to do this radar to string. Now, if you're having issues with this second number as well, always use typing test. Like just typing again with this, you see that it's not recognizing. You see that? So because it's not recognizing, because second. Because you already written the code. Okay, fine. There is a open there, so you have to include the semicolon. If you not the semicolon, is program into fashion. And then I copy this. And this here. And it is the semicolon as well here. So, and see what to see. Now, what's the complaint here? I think it's okay now because second one is not working. Oh, you have deleted that property. So there is closing curly bracket 1 and 2. See that? There is no closing curly bracket for 0 property. So we will just somehow delete it. Share closing curly bracket. And share found. Yeah? How do you? You fine? Oh, great. Congrats. I was really surprised. Everyone is okay? Now, can everyone finish this programming? Because we basically done. Now we have to do one more thing. We are now able, we just only calculating once. If you try to calculate twice, it crashes. Because we have to reinitialize all those variables again. Remember. So that's why you have a clear button. Let's close the program and come to the design view. Double click on the clear button, please. So what in the clear button we're gonna do, we just reinitialize the variable. We mess up, you know. So we have to do like this. First string number is equal to null. Second string number is equal to null. And then operator symbol is equal to null, you know, symbol operator. And do not forget to put the semicolon at the end, okay? Symbol operator is equal to null, and then result is equal to 0. So this is called reinitialization. So because we are not doing object-oriented programming, because calculator is really a complicated program, and we are not in that level, so we have to manually reinitialize every time we need to recalculate, you know. Now go run again the program, please, and calculate something plus something, and you can get it. Now you click on the clear button. Oh, it's not clearing. We have to do a little bit more.
That's true.
We have to do the text box, yes, that's what I'm missing. So we have to clear the text box as well. We say like this, txtlcd.text is equal to just empty string. We're gonna do empty string here, no worries. So now we used empty string, okay? And now restart again, please. We can use 0 or something, doesn't matter. And we can calculate twice. After clicking the clear button, you can calculate again. You can see that. Now, only 1 and 2 is working, other button is not, because we haven't implemented this event handler on the other button. Yeah? You understand what am I talking about? Now, let's implement one more operator and one more button, and then you will do rest in the home, okay? That's your homework. So, we go and click on the minus button, double click. Please double click on the minus button. Once you double click on the minus button, you get the event handler. And you go back to the plus, in a button plus clicks. We can write code by hand, okay? Because it would be better to understand for you, not copy pasting. So write the code. So we do like this. Symbol, first we are saving the operator symbol. Operator symbol is equal to btn minus dot text. That's our first task, saving the operator. And second task is display the value in the text LCD. It's okay, first task LCD. It doesn't matter which one is first, which one is second, doesn't matter. Dot text is plus equal to coming. Text LCD dot text is equal to plus equal, not equal, plus equal to btn plus plus dot text. Not plus, it's minus. Sorry. So we do that. Now I'm coming, whoever having problem, give me 1 minute. Let me show this. Now if we go and do we can show, you can see, you can actually show the minus symbol, but calculation is not done yet. So we now able to show the minus symbol in the LCD, but what we have to do is, we have to use a logical operation in the result button to make result in it. So what we do in the result button, result click event handler, we're gonna create another logical operation saying result is equal to, if the operator symbol is equal minus, So if it is minus, then do like this, first number minus second number. You got in or not? And then if it is not the minus symbol, then do just return the result. And that's it. So once you do that and run the program, then you can see 12 minus 3 is not 3 is not working, 2 is 120. You see that? Clear. And 111 minus 2 is 9. You see that? So that's how you can implement other button as well. Try to do that, or you can do it at home. collapsed. With the Polish collapsed. This is all the functioning. So when you down basically it generates your case, your protein with the partner. So your one is the copy can is the yeah. This is only the yes, it is change the name here. If you get it from this, output but the code is always yeah.
Because it's an integer,
Mm.
if you try to find 5.2,
That's because
yeah,
so the
so
SS is
should
going to
we
be double.
make it double?
So now we copy all this, now we copy this on 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, but you have to double click the button, generate the click event handler, and you have to do. But your case, yeah, you're looking good now. Yeah,
Just this one.
that is one. But yeah, that's what you have to do. One thing I wanted you to tell guys that if you divide, that's not gonna work because divide will actually this is not gonna break the application. Divider will work, but they give you the round number. So we're almost running out of time, 15 minutes late already. So thank you guys. But one thing I wanted to tell you, in your home, try to use double, not integer, so you can get decimal value. But in this case, when you apply the divider functionality, it will give you the round number, not decimal. That's all it will do. So we already out of our time, 15 minutes already been exceeded. So hopefully next week we will do more stuff. And there is a form in your hand. If you guys can please fill up and you can give me later next class, that would be great, So there is a feedback form. And I want you to sign this quickly a little bit, everyone. Just please attendance sheet, please. Now and right. Because there is another class from 1 p.m. So I want you to do the sign up, closing the computer. There is another class coming from 1 p.m. So we have to be rushed. So today, the explanation I gave you, is that making easy, feeling comfortable? Yeah?
Yeah, I understood at the end.
Sure.
It was very confusing, but I understood at the end.
Okay, that's fine, that's fine. That's happened, programming is always like that. Please pass the sheet to the others, attendance sheet, and please give him